9. 26. Masses alienated from God. Isaiah likened the wicked people of earth, the masses alienated from God, to the sea that is being tossed, when it is unable to calm down, the waters of which keep tossing up seaweed and mire. Isra 57. 20 at Revelation 17. 1, 15 The waters on which Babylon the Great sits are said to mean peoples and crowds and nations and tongues. Isaiah further prophesied to God's woman Zion. Because to you the wealthiness of the sea will direct itself. The very resources of the nations will come to you. Isra 59. 20. 60. 1, 5 This seems to mean the turning of many persons from among the multitudes of earth toward God's symbolic woman. Daniel described 4 beasts that came up out of the sea and revealed these to be symbolic of political kings or kingdoms. Dar 7. 2, 3, 17, 23 Similarly, John spoke of the wild beast ascending out of the sea, that is, out of that vast portion of mankind that is estranged from God. And his mention, in symbolic language, of diadems and a throne again links the idea of a political organization with this beast out of the sea. Re 13. 1, 2 He also saw in vision the time when there would be a new heaven and a new earth, and when the sea, that is, the turbulent masses of people alienated from God, would be no more. Re 21. 1. Persons lacking faith. A person who lacks faith, having doubts when he prays to God, is likened by the disciple James to a wave of the sea driven by the wind and blown about. He does not recognize or appreciate God's fine qualities of generosity and loving kindness. Let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from Jehovah. He is an indecisive man, unsteady in all his ways, James declares. Ches 1. 5-8. Immoral men. James' brother Jude warns his fellow Christians of the great danger from wicked men who slip into the congregation with the purpose of bringing in moral defilement. He calls them wild waves of the sea that foam up their own causes for shame. Jude 4-13 Jude may have had in mind an earlier expression of Isaiah 57. 20 and may be figuratively describing o texto e acute miritra longo, sealskin 883 seal. An object used to make an impression usually on clay or wax that indicated ownership, authenticity, or agreement. Ancient seals consisted of a piece of hard material, stone, ivory, or wood having engraved letters or designs in reverse. They were made in various shapes, including cones, squares, cylinders, scarabs, and animal heads. Regarding signet or seal rings, see ring. Those in the form of a cylinder commonly measured between 2 and 4 centimeters (0.75 to 1.5 inches) in length. When a cylinder that was engraved on its curved surface was rolled on moist clay, it produced a continuous impression in relief. Often cylinder seals were pierced through from end to end and thus could be suspended from a cord. Religious symbols, as well as plants, animals, and simple scenes, are among the things depicted on Egyptian and Mesopotamian seals. The Babylonian temptation seal British Museum shows a tree with a man seated on one side and a woman on the other, and behind the woman is an erect serpent. Often seals gave the owner's name and his position. For example, one seal found in Palestine reads, belonging to Shema, the minister of Jeroboam. The Biblical World, edited by C. Pfeiffer, 1966, p. 515. Seal impressions could indicate ownership or authenticity and could prevent tampering with documents or other things that were sealed, including bags, doors, and tombs. Job 14. 17. Dar 6. 17. Mount 27. 66 When the prophet Jeremiah purchased a field, the copy of the deed bearing the signatures of witnesses was sealed, but a second copy was left open. Perhaps the sealing was done by folding the deed closed, tying it with a cord, and then putting a lump of wax or other soft substance on their cord and impressing the soft material with a seal. If later any question would arise about the accuracy of the open copy, the deed that had been sealed before witnesses could be produced. Ch. 32. 10-14, 44 A person entrusted with the king's seal could issue official decrees, the seal impression stamping the decrees as authentic. 1 Chi 21. 8. S 3. 10, 12. 8. 2, 8, 10. Affixing one's seal to a document could signify an acceptance of the terms contained therein. NE 9. 38. 10. 1. Numerous ancient jar handles with seal impressions on them have been found. Some of these seal impressions identified the owner of the jars and their contents. Others gave an indication of the quantity or quality of the contents. Figurative use. The actual uses for seals provide the basis for a number of figurative expressions found in the Bible. It was foretold that the Messiah would imprint a seal upon vision and prophet. This is because, by fulfilling the prophecies, the Messiah would stamp them as authentic and inspired of God. Dar 9. 24. Compare Job 3. 33. In the sense of a mark of possession, or ownership, Abraham received circumcision as a seal of the righteousness that he had. Row 4. 11. Since the Apostle Paul had helped many Corinthian Christians to become believers, they served as a seal confirming the genuineness of his apostleship. 1 Co 9. 1. 2 First century